So what's the temperature?
38. Yeah.
38 degrees. And what's the
Yeah.
water temperature?
The water. You wanna know everything? Okay, I will tell you. It's 26.
26.
Mm-hmm. So I think the only thing for us to do is go to the beach.
Yeah, let's go.
Hello everyone, my name is Olga, and in this video we are going to one of the biggest beaches in Antalya, Lara Beach. It has upscale beachfront hotels, which are some of the best rated hotels in Turkey, and blue flag status for its clean water. So we wanted to show you that area, and if you're planning a holiday in Antalya or if you're just curious what a 5-star looks like in Turkey. And to be honest, we were in for quite a surprise, and we saw a completely different Antalya than what we are used to. We are staying in Konyaalti Beach ourselves, and I will share my thoughts on Lara Beach versus Konyaalti Beach for tourists. And I also will try to give you some idea where you should stay depending on what holidays you are expecting. Not all of Lara is occupied by 5-star hotels, and we start our video in the area where local life is going side by side with hotels, but the hotels are not 5-star, they are smaller hotels. But here you see the normal residential buildings, not hotels. And what we don't have in Konyaalti is planes flying in the sky so close because of the closeness of the airport. And this part of Lara is more of Antalya that we are used to, where everyday shops and residential buildings, they do go side by side with hotels. So before we go and see 5-star hotels, let's have lunch here, because at least here we can still find Turkish food restaurants and some coffee shops that are not belonging to the hotel. Renee ordered chicken durum and I ordered Adana durum. We got this salad for free. But in traditional restaurants you can only get Turkish coffee, and if you do want some sort of espresso or a latte cappuccino, you have to go to a coffee shop. And for example, this coffee shop, Schiller, it's more on the expensive side, so it's a bit more expensive than say Starbucks. But here you can get good coffee as well as good food too, but we are now only for the coffee. Now we are walking past the first hotel that we will see in this video. It's SERA Hotel. It's a 5-star all-inclusive hotel, and this hotel is located in the area that we just walked past by, where you can still find inexpensive local shops, not just tourist shops. This is quite a big hotel, and they do have their own private beach area. Now we are walking into the public part of Lara Beach, and only a part of the beach is public and another part is completely belonging to the 5-star hotels. And in this video we will show you both the public part and the hotel part. And the entrance to the public part is completely free, that's why it's a public city beach. But we did manage to sneak into the territory of one of the 5-star hotels. There were essentially no signs that we cannot enter, so we did go all the way through, and I will show you later in the video how it was. Here you can see the public part is still a nice beach, and they have some shops, some cafes by the beach. You can rent yourself a scooter or some electric car to drive along the promenade. And to the left side of the beach promenade there is a public barbecue area, so you can come with your family, and that's essentially what locals do. You can see some even have tents because the weather is really hot. Now we are walking to the beach itself, and as you can see it's a sand beach, and the difference between Lara and Konyaalti is that Lara is sand beach and Konyaalti is stones and pebbles. And the sand itself now it's really burning the feet, so it's very hot. Here you can see a part of the beach that has sunbeds, and they are usually not free. So let's try the water. The water was very nice, and from what I can see is that Lara Beach has much more calm waters and it doesn't get deep right away than in Konyaalti. So that makes me think that this is a much better place if you are with especially small children. Here's another part of the beach that has sunbeds, and here we see a dog just walking alongside the beach. And like I said, most of the dogs in Turkey, the street dogs, they are quite friendly and not aggressive. And all the way here we still see that it's a sand beach. Lara Beach itself is very long, so we took a taxi to the other end of the beach where the territory of the luxurious hotel starts, and we didn't know if we can get in and check out their territory, but it turned out that yeah, our taxi was turned away at the security because we did not have a room in the hotel. So unfortunately we could only check them out from the outside. But as I said before, we did manage to go to a private beach territory of one of the hotels, and I will show it to you soon. And here you can see starts the part of Antalya that we before ourselves did not know, did not see. It's essentially all these big, all-inclusive 5-star luxurious hotels and markets for tourists. You essentially see the counterfeit items like fake brands and not much else. You don't see the Turkish brands like LC Waikiki or De Facto or Mavi. So if you want to see the real Turkish brands, you can check out one of my videos. I did some filming in, so to say, normal malls, the same malls as we are used to in the West. These malls, they are targeting tourists, so you will not see any locals there. It will be only tourists, and even the prices were in euro. And here you see all the beautiful hotels, and we will stop and check them out. So this is one of the malls, the tourist malls. It has even a premium in its name, and we decided we want some cold drink because it is really hot outside. So as you can see, there are not many people inside, not even tourists, and all the shops, they sell fake brands. And most of the time I didn't see any price tags outside, but here I found some fake brand scarves, and take a look at the price. It is 10 euros, so even the prices are in euro, which is I am not completely not used to in Antalya, because everywhere else where I go in so to say normal shopping malls, in normal shops, the prices are in Turkish lira. But here, judging by this, yes, this is targeted at tourists. Here you can see the items for the beach, and they are much more expensive than in the shop we saw in the beginning of the video. Here in this shop, they even target tourists from Netherlands. They say that here you can shop without us breathing down your neck. But if I wanted to buy fake brands like this, I would go to some city center market, and there, even though they would give me a double, triple price anyway because I am a foreigner, still I bet in this shopping mall they are even higher, the prices. Here we can see right next to this mall there is a Migros, and Migros is a big supermarket in Turkey, and there the prices are quite reasonable. So if you need to buy something for your holiday, like cheap clothes or a hat or slippers, I would recommend going to Migros. So yeah, for us it's a completely different Antalya than we are used to. It's all about tourism here. Big all-inclusive hotels, markets targeting tourists, prices in euro instead of Turkish lira. Oh, here's a cash point. But yeah, personally we would not. There are some residential areas, but we would prefer it the way we live in Konyaalti. But I guess for all-inclusive tourists, this is what they see, this part of Antalya. Here you can rent some form of transportation and a travel agency here too. This looks like it's a back road. Yeah?
But for some reason,
No biking?
well, that and I mean, it's only this small piece of road.
Yeah, small piece of road. But yeah, rent a car. So here you can rent a car to get to see the less touristy Antalya in the city center, which I would completely recommend. Although these hotels, they really look nice and fancy, big, but then you don't see anything else of Turkey, only these pretty hotels. Yeah, I guess we cannot go to the territory, there is a security. So that's another big hotel, and let's see what's the name. We do have a taxi stand, and these are official taxis. They should go by the meter, not rip you off or anything. So this is a Liberty Hotel territory, also guarded, so we can't really go in. And what's this beauty?
Yeah, that's a good question.
So Royal Paradise. So now I will deliver on my promise. We will go to a beach territory of one of the 5-star hotels, this hotel. So we were just walking past. Of course, we cannot go to the hotel itself. There is security. But here was a road, and we just assumed it is leading to the beach. Nobody was guarding this road, so let's go. If you're in one of those hotels, then you are going to the beach here. It's quite a pretty territory, well taken care of, flowers, overall clean. There is even a volleyball territory, you can have fun. So here we are at the beach, and from what I see it's not too crowded. Yeah. The water, as you can see, is nice, clean, and the beach is sandy. And the waves are not too strong, and I see a lot of children in the water, so it must be safer for children than in Konyaalti. Now we are walking away from the beach, and we will check out a couple more hotels. They are right next to each other, and as you can see, around them there are not much happening, and these residential looking buildings, I assume they are built for the workers, for the personnel of the hotels. So everyone that you will meet outside here is either a tourist or that person is working with tourists, like person works in a hotel or a person works in a shop, just a working person. So what's my overall opinion on these hotels? Well, I am sure that these 5-star luxurious hotels, they will satisfy your every wish. They will have everything you need for a good holiday. But if you want to go outside and experience, so to say, real Turkey, right here you cannot do that. You will only see those hotels, you will only see the shops that are targeting tourists, and even the taxis, they refuse to go by the meter. So if you are a tourist, and especially with a family, and you just want a holiday where you go to the beach, enjoy the beach bar at your hotel, enjoy the activities at your hotel, and you want the 5-star, the luxury, then I think this is a perfect place for you. Here you will find everything you need. But if you are a tourist who likes more of an adventurous holiday, who wants to go out, to the city, to travel around the city a lot, then I would say that Konyaalti is better. And while the beach there is not as nice as Lara Beach, but there you can at least get yourself a taxi that will take you and go by the meter, and there you can also walk to a lot of destinations by yourself. In Konyaalti you will also have shops that are not overcharging, and with us at the end, on outside one of the hotels, we wanted to buy just a small bottle of water, and the person who was working in that shop told us so it's literally triple the price. So you can see that there everyone who is a foreigner, it's always a tourist, and they assume that they don't know the normal prices, so they charge essentially whatever they want. It was the same with the taxi. They right away asked the destination and wanted to tell us the price, and when we said we want to go by the meter, they started to explain that they just don't go by the meter. It's just not possible, even though it was an official taxi stand. But then they managed to call someone else, and that person did take us by the meter.
I think, judging by our faces, we are tired, but we did the best we could.
Yeah.
We tried to walk everywhere we could and show you the different kind of 5-star hotels. Hope one day they will invite us and we can do a tour inside. Hopen and Dromen. The beach was not so busy too.
That's true.
We managed to sneak into a hotel beach where everyone was wearing bracelets, but there were no signs that we cannot come, so we did. We checked it out, and well, in my opinion, it was not crowded yet. The water was okay. Yeah, the territory was clean, so yeah. So give us a thumbs up for our full day of walking.